We worked at the poultry. We started the poultry.
Okay.
They were paying 75 cents an hour.
75 cents an hour.
All of us went to, I mean, the cousins. When I say all of us, like I said, whenever I say all of us, I mean my cousins.
Okay.
So we got a job at the poultry.
Okay.
And I worked at the poultry for 13 years. That's how I bought this house. My husband was in service.
13 years.
I worked there 13 years.
Okay.
Okay. Poultry for 13 years.
All right.
And Christine and all of us, but all of us worked at the poultry.
Right. Okay.
It was paying more.
Yeah.
It was paying more than anybody else,
At
you
that
know.
time. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And tell me about your husband.
Oh, well, he's deceased now.
Right.
We got a divorce in the 80s. He started acting crazy. 83.
83. Okay.
83.
And what was his name?
Robert Smith.
Robert Smith. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And he had been in the military.
Yeah, he had been in service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we had bought the other land, because when I bought this house, he hadn't got a discharge, so I couldn't
Okay.
get a VA. And they told me if I had enough money, I could just go and get a FHA loan, you know. So that's what I did.
Okay.
Then we had bought this land, and we were going to get another house out there.
Mm-hmm.
But he was so happy with this one, and I couldn't never talk him into another house.
Yeah.
And I was kind of satisfied with this one too, you know, so I didn't argue too
Yeah.
much about it, you know.
And you have 2 sons.
2 sons.
Okay. Tell me about them.
Oh, my oldest one, that's my oldest son right there.
Right.
With that lady right there.
Uh-huh.
He
Of course,
just,
I see him there. Yeah, the preacher.
he came out in January. He had 32 years at the post office.
Okay.
32 years, and he had 6 years in service.
Mm-hmm.
And at the post office, so they put him out.
Okay.
They gave him 15,000 to, you know, the union say you don't have to quit, you can just keep on,
Right.
to keep it down. But before, when Archer them came out, they gave him 25,000
Uh-huh.
to just walk on out, you know.
Right.
But
Okay.
they gave him 15,000
Okay. Okay.
to retire, so he's
Uh-huh.
retired.
Uh-huh.
And my other son, and that's both of my sons, right behind you. See those both pictures right
Right. Uh-huh.
there? That's them right there.
And over there.
Yeah, those when they were little boys right
Right.
there.
Oh, over there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, you don't see
Right.
the big picture? Oh, yeah, my sons up there.
Okay.
Yeah, he both of them. I thought it was right over there.
Okay.
So yeah, I got so many pictures. This is both of them. This is the oldest one. This is great one.
Okay.
And that's
Right,
Stanley.
of
That's
course.
the
I know
baby
both
right
of
there.
them.
Oh, I thought that one.
Huh?
I thought it was him.
Oh no.
Oh.
Those are my cousins.
Oh.
Yeah, those are my cousins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
His granddaddy, mother, and my mother's sisters. His granddaddy.
Oh, okay.
That's how really, you know, it goes on down.
Mm-hmm.
His granddaddy and my mother, his granddaddy's mother and my mother were sisters.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
were sisters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what makes
So-
that make our family get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
Mm.
And I know you ran the shop over on.
Oh yeah.
Tell me how you get into business. Huh?
What happened one year? We wanted to go to Washington, and my husband and I was at the sewing factory then. I had left the poultry,
Okay.
and we asked them for a few days off, and they said we couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I couldn't. I said, well, we'll just be back in a few days. And they said no, because we give you off, and somebody else won't. Well, you know how they figure they can do you like you want to. I said
Mhm.
okay then. So my husband said, well, just go ahead and quit. So I quit,
Mm-hmm.
and when we came back, I went to Westinghouse, because Westinghouse was hiring, and they were going to hire me. They had all the paperwork and everything done.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out I had worked at the sewing plant.
Mhm.
And they said, oh, he wants you back. So we promised each other we wouldn't hire each other's help.
Really?
So you're a good help, but you work every day.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I asked you, I told you I wanted to be off for a few days. And you told me, no, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband wanted me to go with him, so I went with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me no. He said, well, I'm sorry. So we were picking to hire you. He said, because we'd love to have you. He said, but we promised each other we wouldn't, if you quit one job and go to the other, they wouldn't even have the help. Just one they wanted. If they didn't want you, they didn't care where you went. So when I told my husband, he said, well, you just come home and sit down a while then.
Okay.
And don't work for a while. I said, okay then. So I remember, well, that's when I was without wood, and Clarence one of the Kenyans, the
Okay.
baby boy Clarence.
Okay.
Came to him one day and said, I'm thinking about putting you up a record shop, and I'm going to put it on Hot Corner. And I thought about you, and I said, maybe you could run it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? He said, well, I figured that maybe you would be able to run it for me. I said, if you tell me that you would do it,
Mm-hmm.
then you give me a little time, and I go ahead and I'll do it.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I started working for him.
You said one of the Killian?
The kid is a baby boy.
Okay, okay.
Clarence is a baby.
Okay,
He's a baby.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, well, I remember him.
But he was the baby boy.
Okay.
He was in service for a while, and then he came back. And know what, you might not, because I worked for him for about 3 or 4 years.
Okay,
And when he got ready to move to Atlanta.
okay.
And when he got ready to move to
So
Atlanta, he asked me.
he been in Atlanta then?
Yeah, he was in Atlanta.
He
That's what
moved to
happened.
Atlanta, okay.
Yeah, he went, he
okay.
married Joyce Calloway. He
Okay.
married one of the Calloway girls.
Uh-huh.
And
When they moved to Atlanta.
he said, I give you first charge if you think you can handle it. I said, I believe I will. Let me talk to my husband and see
So
what
it
he
was,
said.
where was it, downtown again on Hot
Right
Corner?
on Hot Corner,
Next
right on
to-
Hot Corner, next to Wade's. You know where Wade's Cafe was? I was
yes.
right next to Wade's
Okay,
Cafe.
okay.
And then there was another cafe right next to me.
Okay,
And
okay.
it was just a little hole in the wall, like it cut out.
Uh-huh.
And then that's all I was
Okay,
doing.
okay. So you sold records.
Records and
Okay,
tapes.
and
So,
tape, yeah.
and I loved it. Would you believe I was in business for 40 years?
40 years.
40 years.
Okay. And so you was
40
there,
years.
uh,
And then when they built this new building on the east side,
okay.
I decided that maybe I would go over there. It was a nice
Okay,
building.
but you
and
started out, you was working for
Clarence Keaton.
Killian.
Mhm.
And then when did it become yours? When he went to Atlanta?
When he got ready to go to Atlanta,
Okay.
he told me he would sell it to me if I wanted to buy it. So I
Okay.
bought it out, bought him out.
Bought it, and then you stayed in business.
I
for 40
stayed there,
years.
yeah,
Okay.
40 years.
Okay.
So when they started building this new building over, they were building on the block over there.
Uh-huh.
And I decided, since they were building this new building,
Mhm.
I said, well, I might could do a pretty good business there.
Mhm.
And everybody was telling me how rough it was over there.
Right.
It was real rough.
It was different.
But anyway, I had my own new building.
Okay.
And I was kind of excited about it.
Uh-huh.
And I had no problem with the money,
Mm-hmm.
because see, I was up in business for a while, you know.
Right, okay.
And I had ran it for a while after he left, so I had
Mhm.
no problem getting the money. Plus,
Okay.
we had our house too, you know.
Right.
So we was established pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And what you believe is what it was telling me, they just like thought they had something new going. This was in 67, I believe it was 67.
Mm-hmm.
And they were telling me when they did the EADC thing over there,
Right.
oh, we can get you a loan, a business loan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said, oh, I got a business loan years ago.
Yeah.
You mean you got a business loan?
Mhm.
I said, I sure do.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the fellows from the University of Georgia came and talked to me
Mm-hmm.
and asked me how much money I would need.
Mm-hmm.
And we went through the whole thing, because see, what they say a lot of times, we don't know about these things. And see, when they had it like 10 years later,
Mm-hmm.
and they thought they had something going,
Yeah.
I had mine 10 years. You mean you got a loan? I said, I sure did.
Mm-hmm.
And he came to me and talked to me and just took he did all the paperwork.
Okay.
He went with me everywhere and did all the paperwork. Everything went through just like that.
Uh-huh.
I had no problem with that.
Wow. Yeah.
But I had good credit. You know what I mean?
Right,
I
exactly.
I was able to do it.
Uh-huh.
And then I had been in business before. Then my husband was working.
Right.
So everything just worked out
Uh-huh.
real
Yeah,
good.
you had shown that you could run a business.
Yeah.
Make
So
a
they
profit
said,
out
all
of it.
right. And they were just so shocked.
Right.
You mean you got a loan from the government?
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah. And there was no problem. I said, I had no problem whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they were shocked, because what happened, the money was there. The money was available. And I don't know who I was talking to one day. I was talking to somebody and said, well, all you need to do is just go and get somebody over to Georgia, that, you know, some of the people in business over there,
Mm-hmm.
and they will show you how to go about it. And they sent me somebody, when I did, they sent me somebody to sell them to me,
Mm-hmm.
and he did everything. I didn't have to do nothing.
Okay.
He did everything, told me exactly what I had to do,
Mm-hmm.
all the paperwork that we had to do, went through just like that.
Okay, okay.
But see, nobody had, I don't know if they didn't, a lot of times we don't even know what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Because people look at me, I can't believe, and I said, well, what is it? It's just that we don't know what we can do. Because if you don't really tell each other and see what we'll do, sometimes we'll have stuff going and we won't tell anybody else.
Right.
And they don't even know that they can do it, you
Uh-huh.
know.
In your own words, what made you successful as a business person?
I don't know. I love to talk, you know that. You
Yeah,
see that, don't you?
so you love to talk, communications, okay.
And I love music.
And you
I love
okay,
music.
Okay.
And I've always loved music.
What kind of
My husband and I,
music?
we always loved music, and we always played cards together. That's why we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing cards, and his girlfriend and my boyfriend would just get so mad they just couldn't stand it.
Uh-huh.
And so we decided we started going together. We did, and we married. We
Okay.
stayed together 30 years.
30 years. Okay.
We stayed together 30 years, and that's what we started off playing.
Playing cards.
No, we played. No, not spades. They didn't play spades that much. Twist.
Okay.
This is what we played. Twist.
Okay. Okay.
This is what we played. Twist.
Okay.
I've always loved to play cards, and he loved to play cards.
Mhm.
So that was one of the things that we were really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then what my cousin was telling me, she said, "Well, that's why it was so hard on you when you got a divorce, because y'all was such good friends so long, you know. But we stayed together 30 years. Sure did.
Right.
He was a nice fellow. He
Yeah,
sure was.
yeah. Well, no, a lot of folks go in business and they don't last very long.
Well,
So-
you have to kind of have a clear head, kind of.
Okay.
You know, you have to treat people right and
Mm-hmm.
know how to treat them, and that. Some of that either be in you or not. Everybody can't even deal with people. You know, you can have people in a store,
Mm-hmm.
and they just can't do it.
Right. Uh-huh.
And I guess it was just something just. And after I said, "Oh, I love this. I enjoyed it."
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And I remember, you know, buying records from you. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had that same personality
Yeah,
that you
I
have now.
enjoyed it.
So,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it. You see, one day the man came by, and he was getting older. He said, "I'm getting older." He said, "I think I'm going to sell my shop, and I'm giving everybody first choice on the building, you know."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "I don't know." And then what happened, I'm going through a divorce and it scared me. I said, "Oh my God, maybe." You know, okay, here I go, my husband gone, and I have all this responsibility
Right.
because I kept my house. I had bought my children a condo.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him the condo, and I was lucky because I had my house. I gave him a little of the furniture, but I had my business.
Mm-hmm.
And he told him when they got ready to do the paperwork, he said, "No, I don't want any of this business because this is her livelihood." So he wouldn't even take nothing out of his shop.